chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Good morning, everybody. This is a half and half week. 3 days of March and 3 days of April. This is the 29th of March, and our friend Victoria Weston is going to read to us from the American Vegan Society, their quarterly paper, and she's going to read an article called
Overcoming Outdated Attitudes.
Overcoming Outdated Attitudes?
That's right.
Thanks. Thanks, dear.
It didn't happen overnight. Negron has had to work overtime for decades to get to this point, starting from her standard medical education where lifestyle medicine was unheard of, and nutrition advice includes pushing meat and dairy as essential. It's a world where every medical problem has a drug-based solution, and the pharma industry makes sure to familiarize doctors with their own solution via multiple forms of marketing, giveaways, co-opting. Negron remembered that no one questioned that Big Pharma walked up and down with us, a de facto partner that antonated every lesson. Lego emblazoned trinkets littered the student lounge, workstations, and conference rooms. She specified that there was no room in this occupied territory for learning nutrition or the healing power of plant food. As medical students, we did not know what we were missing. And that is the end of that. Overcoming Outdated Attitudes.
Yes, yeah. Letting food do its good job.
Yet another barrier in play is our own taste buds, which often have been really accustomed to the fatty, extra sweet, and extra salty food. It's all part of an onslaught of misinformation and myths that the person has to be defending themselves against. Unless they have really good information that is repeated week after week after week, and that they can practice with each other to have conversations about it, they're really going to throw in the towel and go back to old ways very quickly. That's why innovations such as Negron's focusing on food as the generator of health and looking at people's lives as complete systems are so essential. Bringing people together to learn their various culinary heritages brings out commonalities. What we all have in common is the fact that our health has been devastated by us being steered away from the food of our species. What we do have in common is that by going to our individual countries' roots, we will regain our health. We have all been emulating the U.S. Western diseases. We've been severed from our roots by pizza, nuggets, and fries. The end.
Yeah, yeah. Environmental happenings all around the world.
Denmark something extra at grocery checkout. The 5 supermarket chains controlling 1/3 of Denmark's grocery market are offering shoppers something extra at checkout, an estimated amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere from their groceries. The intention is to educate consumers with an eye towards nudging them to cut back on meat and dairy, 2 categories of food that produce the most greenhouse gases linked to climate change.
Well, that's very good, but what are they doing? What's the next paragraph say?
Cows rank 3rd in world. Did you know that if cows were a country, they would rank 3rd in the world in the production of greenhouse gases? China and the U.S. would be the only countries that produced more, and the Republic of Cows would only produce 6% less than the entire United States.
Oh, okay. Eat beans instead of beef.
University scientists have calculated that if everyone in the U.S. substituted beans for beef, the U.S. would come very close to meeting its 2020 greenhouse gas emissions goals, as pledged by President Obama at the 2009 climate talks in Copenhagen. Even if people kept eating chicken and pork and eggs and cheese, this one dietary change could achieve somewhat between 46 and 74% of the reductions needed to meet the target.
Well, good. That was good. Now, I wonder if I hold up the magazine, will the folks at home be able to see it?
Sure.
Can I show them the cover? Do you want to get to the camera lens and see if we're doing this right, hon?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Victoria. Victoria Weston is doing the reading.
There we go.
Good.
Okay.
Could you show them an inside page? I'll tell you what I mean. You have to move it very slowly because it makes people dizzy at home. There you are, Victoria Weston.
That's a good page.
Is that a good one?
Mm-hmm.
Can I turn it over?
Mm-hmm.
This is the American Vegan Society Quarterly. Freya Dinshaw. I'm going to take it down, folks. Here, very, very slowly. The little boy and the little girl are watching a video about the birth of Christ. This is Easter time, and going back to Christmas time, they were watching this video, and the little boy says, "What is a virgin?" And the little girl says, "A virgin is a woman who eats all of her vegetables." To God be. Chicago Public Access TV said that one of our programs was completely blank and there was something wrong with two others. So Victoria's going to send them 4 new ones. Hi there, Wayne Collins.
Good morning, Glendora.
Has anybody... This is April Fool's Day. Has anybody caught you yet?
Yeah, but I imagine you might.
Well, the weather did, didn't it?
Yes, the weather is playing tricks on us today.
And it's cold and it's got snow.
Yes.
Now, let's see. James, the book of James in the New Testament has
Yes.
James 4, isn't it?
I thought it was 5.
Okay.
Oh, but we'll have to verify that. James 5:16. Confess your faults to one another and pray for one another that ye may be healed.
Oh, I'll do that. But you don't have time to listen to all my faults, Wayne. But it would be nice if, and I will pray, if you have any faults, I'll pray that you'll be healed.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure I have my share of faults.
Now, I did the hymn over in the other part of the program. Well, let's look for a word.
All right.
Wayne has chosen as our word for today an archangel. What is an archangel?
Archangel, a noun. The first definition is a chief angel.
A chief angel.
Yes, a chief angel. And then the second definition is a seaport in the USSR on the White Sea. Population, this time, of publication, 194,000.
An archangel is a chief angel.
Yes.
Well, you're an angel, and we're going to promote you today. You're going to be an archangel.
Oh, well, thank you for the promotion.
Yes. Isn't that nice? Now you're a chief angel.
Oh, wonderful.
Let's work on 5 jokes.
All right. We have.
Well, folks, our dear Mr. Collins has come through again. Mary said to Marilyn, I expect my husband to be 20 years from now exactly what he is today. And her girlfriend said, that's absurd. She says, yes, that's what he is today. Why do geese fly south in the wintertime, folks? It's too far to walk. And the man came home from work, and his wife said, how was work today, dear? And he said, terrible. They gave us aptitude tests, and I flunked. And she says, oh, that's terrible. And he says, yes, it's a good thing I own the company. What was on the chain next, Wayne?
Let's see, sports.
Oh, the reporter asked the college co-ed, what kind of sports do you like best? And she says, the kind that spend their money and go home early?
No, you need one more because expectant husband were one joke. So you have one more, labor saving.
Oh, there's so many labor saving devices on the market today. You have to work all your life to pay for them. Yeah. Well, Wayne, thanks for this on April Fool's Day.
You're welcome.
I didn't play any jokes on you, honey,
Okay.
but the weather did.
Oh, yes.
Now we're on page 200, are we? Of the Mary Baker Eddy biography?
Almost.
Oh, okay. Bye, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Hi, dear folks. This is Good Friday. We're not supposed to think of bad things. That was certainly bad. But the good shone in the end, didn't it? How can people get so far away from God? How can they get so far away from the truth? The goodness, the wholeness, the oneness, the happiness, the love. How can we do that, folks? What is our Bible passage? Confess our faults to our neighbors. Well, you don't have time to listen to all mine. When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died, my greatest gain I count as loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. Yesterday was Monday, Thursday, the Last Supper, and tomorrow is Holy Saturday. Let's go on trying to awaken ourselves to, when all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. Did you do all your work that the conscience told you to? Yes, all but one. And I remembered that after going to bed. Did not soak the feet. Soak your feet, folks. Soak your feet. Every couple of weeks or something. And 35 telephone calls and working on the setting up the drop box for Grady Hearn to convert the last DVDs, 21 of them, to convert the last DVDs to Dropbox. That means to computer transfer instead of by U.S. mail. I love you, U.S. Post Office. I love you, and I don't ever say anything bad about you. I feel sorry to take away your last DVDs. But it's another format change. We started with Sony Portapack and Panasonic and Sony half-inch reel-to-reel and 3/4 inch U-matic automatic threading cassette. Then we went to VHS. Some people stopped for Sony, what was it called, folks? Betamax. Beta? But it didn't win the market, it lost the market. And we were VHS half-inch for years. And then came 8mm, my Canon 8mm. Very, very great instrument. Aye, it was great. And we gave up Sony half-inch reel-to-reel. And then we even had a DVD into a camera, the DVD itself. But that didn't do much. And then we had the Minicam, this big, a cassette. And we had that for a long time. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Held it right in the palm of your hand instead of the big VHS. And the big VHS was instead of the great big camera that you put on your shoulder, which was instead of the Sony Portapack, which was 2 pieces, a recorder and a camera, and it weighed 18 pounds. But my goodness, that instead of the huge studio cameras, or the news cameras or something. So another format change. What will be the next one? What will be the next one, folks? Where will we go after Dropbox file transfer protocol, sending our programs by computer? Where will we go next? Someplace grand, someplace miraculous, because our God is a continuous creator. Create, create, create. Make it better, make it better, make it better. And that's where all of us fit in, to make the universe go and grow and go. What else was accomplished yesterday? We're up to page 200, a Mary Baker's Eddy biography, Christian healer. Victoria is doing superbly on the YouTube. She has a chat with Glendora, number 18 for June and July for the TV stations. She has 18 of them up there, half hours, plus 4 2 hours. And she has Suzanne McCormick up there the woman whose husband left her $25 million and it was stolen by the courts, the banks, and the law firms. All of it. She lost everything. Her grand piano that cost $250,000 maybe. Her home that was worth about $5 million. Her career as a concert pianist was worth more millions than you can count. So she's putting up the 3rd out of 13 chapters today. And the brand new vegan commercials to help the animals. And Bergen and Wolf, please come back. The vegan delis, please come back. Has anybody found the new Kit Kat? There's a new vegan Kit Kat candy bar. So Victoria is doing splendidly. And Gary Black in Buffalo is all set for the whole month. He doesn't have to do anything until the end of April. And we have to ask the owner of this property to send us an invoice for the $400 rent for April and mark it paid, because we paid it a month ago when we pay the rent 4 months at a time. And we go to the doctors today. We go to the eye doctor to see about the cataracts. And I think while I'm there, I'll say, hey doc, can you fix this knee while you're at it? Is that a pretty good summary for April 2nd, the day after April 1st, April Fool's Day? Let's call up Wayne and get enheartened and enlightened from today's Bible passage. Yes, Mr. Collins is here. Hi, Wayne.
Hello, Glendora.
Now let's see. What is that about pray for your neighbors or confess your faults to your neighbors?
Yes, you're referring to James 5:16, the first part of the verse, which says, confess your faults to one another and pray for one another that ye may be healed.
Confess your faults to one another and pray for one another that you may be healed. I will do that, Wayne, on Good Friday.
Very well.
Now, let's see. This is a good hymn, I guess, for Good Friday. Let's see. How does it start? Do you remember?
What was the hymn?
That's what I'm asking you. What was it? We need thee every hour, most precious Lord. No tender grace like thine can peace afford. We need thee, oh, we need thee. Every hour we need thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to thee. I bet you have a good word for us.
Yes, the vocabulary word today is archives, and that is a place where public records, documents, etc. are kept. And it could also be the public records, etc., kept in such a place.
What archive do we have, Wayne?
Well, you have the Glendora and Franklin Museum for the preservation of
The Pro Se, Public Access, Newspaper Museum.
Newspaper Museum. Yes, I'd call that an archive.
Yes, we are. And Wayne, we're going to use your idea and offer it to the Library of Congress for the history of public access.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea to do that.
Now, let's see. What do you call a person who never gets angry?
A no man.
Ah, good. Why was Mozart, let's see, why was Mozart angry? No.
No, why couldn't he find his teacher?
Oh, why couldn't Mozart find his teacher, Wayne?
Because he was hiding.
Oh. And what did the wife say to the man who went to the buffet table 8 times?
Well, she said, I wonder what they think of you going up that many times. And he said, it's no problem. I just tell them it's for you.
No, just a minute. The man at the lodge stood up and said the invincible, the grand invincible, what was the other adjective to him?
Potentate.
Yeah, but there was another adjective. The grand invincible potentate will not be at the lodge meeting tonight. His wife will not let him out of the house. And then we had another one.
Why don't people use?
Yeah, it's about the cell phone.
Yes.
What was that one about?
Why don't people use them anymore?
Okay, why?
Because there's a biblical injunction saying thou shalt have no other icons.
That's a good one. And Wayne, why wasn't the computer hungry?
It just had a bite.
Thanks for the good cheer today on Good Friday.
Oh, you're welcome.
Goodbye.
Bye.
My sponsor in Philadelphia is perspicacious. He is a Harvard PhD, and he's a lecturer in psychology. But he did say, folks, that your programs, he has noticed the improvement in the quality, the video quality. Do you know what he means? I'm not sure that I do. But I'm very happy that he said that instead of the opposite. But he also said spiritual. He doesn't like the mundane, I guess, that we cover. He doesn't like the terrestrial. He wants the heavenly. He wants it spiritual. Tell us spiritual. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for sticking with Glendora. This time he didn't get any programs that he said they shouldn't be played on any TV station. He's looking for the ones that should be played on PhillyCam, the Philadelphia TV station. But this time he spared us that